What is this? What am I doing? What is this thing? This looks strange. Yes. Well, it shouldn't be too strange for you. I'm Luigi Marnet91, and I am going to be doing an LP of one of my favorite games to play on the PlayStation 2, Ratchet and Clank for the PlayStation 2. Yes, I would like to create some data because I am using a different memory card. Hurry up, please. I got an LP to do. Thank you. Alright. Gazelle Plateau, Planet Vilden, 11:13 a.m. 11:13, that's my birthday. Who's this guy? He's like Mr. Fuzzles. He's buff, and his ears float.
Final step.
Haven't seen so much flopping since Sonic Adventure 2. Everybody's hair flops in the wind. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Meanwhile, in a factory, I didn't even get to read it because I was too distracted. I'm gonna use this voice for a while because this voice makes me sound smart. Error. Midget robot alert. Toaster. Make toast. Yum 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 yum. Who has Lester? Where's Lester? Oh, sorry. Talking out loud. Look at my Skype page. Ow. Can't catch me. I'm on a slide. Oh, I'm in a ship now. You just gotta wonder, how do robots at birth know how to pilot a ship? Approaching Planet Vilden, 11:47 a.m. local time. I can't see them. What? No! Ah! Oh my god! Mayday! Call the vacuum cleaner. Call the vacuum cleaner. That's an epic fail right there, ain't it? Whoa! What just happened? A toaster on my planet. Time to investigate. Alright. First things first, I've got to go and get these options on my way. Help desk. Voice on. Text on. Whatever. Subtitles. On. Why? Because despite the fact that you guys can probably hear it, I figured you guys might want to actually see what they're saying at times. So this is Ratchet and Clank. It starts off with you playing as our hero. Wannabe. Hero to be, more like it, Ratchet, on his planet called Vilden. He isn't really very nice in this game, in my opinion. He's kind of a jerk in this game, but that's just because this is where Ratchet first, like, his first hero, where he first becomes a hero and starts to realize this is what he needs to do to protect the people of this world and crap, which is why in Ratchet and Clank 2 up to All for One, he's more nice and crap, you know. So yeah, he's pretty standard to control. You just move him with the left analog stick, move the camera with the right analog stick. You can jump by pressing X, double jump by pressing X twice. You can just press square to swing your wrench in different ways. It's pretty standard. Triangle, we'll go over that as well as circle. But if you crouch and press square, you can throw your wrench. Later we're gonna get crouch jump. That'll be very helpful. This game was targeted for teens mostly when it was first released, but Ratchet and Clank has become so popular for kids mostly just because of the look. I mean, it's pretty typical. It's honestly not that hard to mistake it like that. I guess I might as well go over it now. press triangle and you can pull up your quick select of weapons. The one thing I hate about this version is that it doesn't pause time. And you can select your weapons. Right now, Ratchet only has one, which is the bomb glove, and if you press circle, Ratchet throws a bomb, which is his weapon. There are several weapons in this game. I don't know if we'll be getting all of them. Some of them can be pricey at times, and it's just, you know, yeah, it's Veldin actually happens to be one of my favorite planets in Ratchet and Clank. Because it's the first planet you ever stepped on, and any other time you would come back to it is like one of those nostalgic moments. Like in Ratchet and Clank 3, you come back here in the very beginning, so it's also your first level. And you were in a different part of Veldin, but you would get to see Ratchet's house all destroyed, which was kind of cool, seeing as, hey, I was there 2 games ago. Well, 1 game ago, but you were actually playing the level. Ow. Although this happens to be my favorite out of every Ratchet and Clank game, it has its weak points that I'm glad were later fixed. For starters, the quick select having a pause, and second, strafing. People say you can't strafe in this game, but you actually can with a later upgrade you can get, but it doesn't work very good because you can't jump with it. I'm just glad that a lot of this stuff was fixed later, so no strafing really. It's kind of a downer, but overall it's really not that bad. And it's here in this cutscene that we see that Ratchet finds Clank and decides to take him home, because he could probably use him for something, like spare parts, I don't know. I have no clue what Ratchet was thinking when he saw Clank the first time. But, yeah. Ow.
Interesting. You're quite handy with your wrench.
Clank's voice, I want to say it's a different voice later on in Ratchet and Clank 2, I think. It sounds somewhat similar to what he sounds like, but I feel like it's a little different. I know Ratchet's voice is definitely different, but I'm pretty positive that Clank's voice changed. If not, he at least talked a little better, because his voice was a little higher pitched. And this is Chairman Drek. It's a planet we're gonna go to. Funny. Chairman Drek, he is the first villain in the first Ratchet and Clank game. He's the first villain Ratchet ever met. That, well, the first main villain of the game, basically. And this is actually the only game where Drek actually makes his an appearance. The reason is, for people who haven't seen it yet, you'll just have to wait until the final boss to figure out why Drek is no longer around. Those of you who know because you beat the game, then good for you, just don't spoil it for people who haven't. Because after all, this Let's Play is for, well, not just for my enjoyment, but for people who really want help with the game. And yeah, I realize I'm talking during cutscenes, but I really don't think it matters if I talk during cutscenes. You want the cutscenes? Go find a walkthrough. This is a Let's Play.
Turn it off, you idiot!
Let's Plays have talking.
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could
See, I'm fairly certain that Clank got a new voice as well as I know Ratchet did.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component.
Ratchet's only had 2 voices. This one is the only one that's been in any game. After that, his current voice actor has been from every game. After that, overall as the series, I've personally had a huge love for the Ratchet and Clank franchise. It's one of those game series that you just kinda like instantly can like, oh sorry, Chairman Drek's flagship Veldin Orbit. The game series is it had a huge effect on my childhood, along with Sly and Crash and Spyro on the PlayStations. Jak and Daxter never really cared much for them as much. I like the first game. I don't like 2 or 3 very much, and I really don't like The Lost Frontier. Ratchet and Clank though, I've really never been disappointed with Ratchet and Clank games. I found them all pretty fun.
sir.
I just don't
You
like
got a name?
deadlocked.
My serial number is B5429.
But
I'll just call you Clank for short.
my favorite out of the
Hang on.
PlayStation 2 games is definitely this one, back on Chairman Drake's flagship. And my favorite
Sorry to
on the
see
PS3
it, but
titles
the
is
most
definitely Future
education of
Tools of
your
Destruction.
citizens
That
would
game is
not
so
be
addicting
sitting
and
when
so
my
much
work is getting
fun.
moving.
Look at me, I'm having so much
I will
fun!
not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about
Captain
that.
Quark has to say.
I don't see
Wow, I
what's
laughed
so
like at the
funny,
perfect
Captain
timing
Quark,
for
in this
Drake
sketch.
to be
You are not
laughing.
even breaking a sweat,
But
you
that
idiot.
robot behind him, you will only see him in one other cutscene. And then you will see him once on a planet, but you don't get to
This is
fight
your
him if that's
last
what you're
chance.
wondering.
Stop this
Sadly, because I really
madness
thought
now.
he looked like a pretty menacing
Okay,
boss
great.
fight.
You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No, he's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Entering atmosphere of planet Novos. Sorry, I'm using a headset, so anytime I move, it kind of jitters around and make noise. Okay, here's the part I'm questioning. You all saw Ratchet's back, right, when he fell? Clank was nowhere to be found, so how did Ratchet fall on Clank if it looked like he was holding Clank when he
Perhaps we
fell?
could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this part a little short, because I figure this is more like the prologue showing off how the game starts and crap. I will get to the next level in the next part, so I'll see you there.